Science East started in a very different way from most other science centers because we had absolutely no money. I mean, most science centers start with some money. This has been a dream of mine for years because George was the first director of the Ontario Science Centre. And so I had my beginnings with traveling Europe with him and looking at all the science centers, traveled across Canada and through the States and back again, and every time the place there is that has a science center. That very first meeting, there was a letter from the director of the National Exhibition Center at that time saying, I would like you to mount an exhibition for August. This was in May. And I said, wow, that's great. Let's do it. And we had no money. And we had a handful of people. And I had, over the years, collected all these ideas about exhibits. And, there were naysayers that we had no money, we have nothing, we can't do this. And I said, well, I will be responsible, and I will just use my visa and spend money that we need to get whatever we needed. So we all got started. And really, Science East started with that exhibition. We built and painted, and we still have some of them, like anamorphic drawings, all the puzzles. Nobody in my family was a scientist. My dad was a fisherman, and he would come home, but his fish were always dead. I grew up just a curious kid. I was a good student. My parents were very pleased I was a good student. They supported me in whatever I wanted to do. They were wonderful parents. And I had a teacher. She was prim and proper, but boy, when she put that periodic table up on the board and began to explain, chemistry is complicated. And if you understand what's going on, it's the most fascinating subject you could possibly imagine. You can't unless you do it yourself. That's how I taught. So I used to take the instruments all apart and then just video the insides. There you are. You have to be involved. You have to do to learn it. I have bad circulation. It's hard for me to climb the stairs at the Science East. And I go over there and I can't go away. My whole time from when we started in 1994, just every day I would go in and work at the exhibits and see. And I can't keep my hands on. It's compelling. One of the things I will believe very strongly in, we could teach kids to think like scientists, and that solving a problem is possible for them. And New Brunswick could be a leader in this kind of thing. And that's so exciting.